All right.
I don't know the names of lots of musicians. I know lots of bands, but I don't know who's in them, most of them. Just not something I spent time learning. Ah, apparently he's an Iron Maiden, so that's good.
He's in Iron Maiden. See here, folks. Bruce
Bruce
Dickinson
the
is
lead
in
singer.
Iron Maiden.
He was the lead singer.
I kind of don't want to be like he kind of is Iron Maiden, but like he kind of is.
Yeah, a lot of lead singers are, but yeah, sorry, didn't know the guy's name. My bad, yo.
It's fine. Anyway, so I'm getting a lot of feedback from somebody.
Yeah, when you talk, Sugar Money lights up.
Oh,
You
all
got
right,
any?
hold on.
Not this
Good
again.
gravy.
No, I just gotta move. I gotta move all the way across the house.
Son of a bitch. Let me start the stream.
Not just on another floor. All right,
Sugar Bunny, are you using
we
your
good.
phone? Okay, is it like on speaker? Or you have a headset?
I have headphones. Oh wait, let me see. Hold on.
Go.
Steal my son's headset.
Alton has a headset?
Nope.
No. Please don't. He's 9.
Wait, Alton is 9?
No, Blaze is 9.
Ah, okay.
His sons.
You don't see as many pictures of him because he's not puking all the time.
That infamous
Well, I did fit in his car seat.
projectile.
Yeah, he's too cool for us now.
He was always
All
too cool
right.
for you.
Wait, check.
Yeah, you're
Hey.
good.
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
lots
If
better.
anybody needs to watch the stream, it'll be on a little bit of a delay, but whatever. All right, so let's see. We should be recording. Let me double check that. Recording on, broadcasting on. All right, we good. So, where we last left our heroes of geeses, they had just gotten out of the garden and had completed this list of tasks. Let me give you a photograph of this because that's kind of the easiest way to do it. I gotta scroll to the game chat. Here we go. You have done that already. And just as a reminder, here are your character names. Do you need a refresh of your character sheets? We might as well do that just to let everybody else in the stream know as well. Oh. It's a better shot.
Would you say the money shot?
Yeah, it's money. That was money. All right. So here's Bruce Dickinson, or Goose Dickinson. Here's the list of tasks that you got done in Chapter 1. Here's your names, and here is your character sheet. Should be able to see everything. The let's see. You need your to-do list for Chapter 2, and then I will read the intro.
We did escape the garden, right?
You did escape the garden. If I haven't checked it off, then I am sorry.
Okay.
All right. There's your to-do list for Chapter 2. I am also going to inform you that there are, in fact, secret achievements. Just so that you know. If anybody here has not played the Untitled Goose game, that is sort of kind of how it works. They are secret because they are only revealed once you achieve them. All right. if everybody's ready. I hear a bunch of screaming upstairs, so that's why I'm waiting. I'm gonna open a beer.
Oh yeah, they're screaming.
It's good. Man, that's good. Oh my goodness. Now the baby is playing with Emily. Emily,
All right, go ahead, Ted.
Okay, can you hear?
Yep.
Just as long as you can listen.
Yep.
Here we go. So, out of the garden, you arrive in a small village. It has a single main street, and it's paved in, to you, enormous cobblestones the size of your chest. There are 8 main buildings, each with a door opening into the street. Those include a bakery, a general store, and a tavern. At the opposite end of the street is a bell tower, large, cylindrical, made of mortared stones. There are 6 giants, to you, villagers, that you can clearly see from the entrance of the copy image. Let's see if I can... Let's see if that works. Nope, that doesn't work at all. Well, fuck it. We're going to do this super ghetto.
Or that image right there looks super ghetto.
Yeah, it didn't work. I'm literally taking a screenshot instead of doing this the right way. Just because cut and paste didn't work. There we go. So, right. Tavern, general store, bakery. There are some other buildings that you can explore if you like. And there are 6 giants that you can see. There is a pair of giants speaking to each other in the center of the road. There is a drunkard asleep on a bench in front of the tavern. There is a youth giant playing in front of the bakery who has an enormous toy horse. There is a bartender visible through the large front glass window of the tavern. And there is a male and female inside of the bakery, again visible through the exterior windows. When you complete at least 5 tasks, there will be... Nah, never mind. Let me see what else I want to read. Well, I guess I gave it away. From your task list, you are assigned to complete tasks. So, does anybody need another example of, or any more exposition of what you need to do?
I want to run at the small child, honking and flapping furiously.
So the small child is startled, leaves the toy horse, and runs into the general store. The bell dings as the door opens and then closes automatically. And
Awesome.
you see through the front glass window, the boy frantically jumping up and down, very distressed, as the 2 adult giants make muffled conversation noises from inside.
I then mount and roost upon the head of the child's horse in victory.
You're sitting on the child's horse. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Yes. Goose Wrld struts up to the bakery and looks inside and sees those big round bread things and something that looks like giant. And she's gonna cast Animal Friendship.
Okay. What's your target again?
The giants in the bakery.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, they're not animals. The spell has no effect.
I'm gonna lie in wait outside of the bakery door.
Okay. Are you waiting for a particular action trigger?
Yeah, when the door opens, I'm going to duck inside.
Or are you gonna goose inside?
Exactly.
Okay, so the female adult giant goes to grab a broom from the side of the door, and opens the door. Mother
I
Goose,
pounce!
go ahead and make a dexterity check for me to see if you can slip inside. I've got you at a
Shoot, how do I do this
+2.
again? So
You can roll in
it's,
the chat if you like with either
yeah,
/ or exclamation point.
yeah.
Can I assist Mother Goose as I was at the big
No,
Oops,
no,
this
no,
doesn't
no,
work.
no. It's here's the syntax. R1d20 +2, and then remove the space between the slash and the R. Although that was a good guess, I suppose. The old syntax. Oh,
Nice.
unfortunately,
Does
the
not
door
duck in the door.
closes right in your face, and bonk, you are honked at. You take it right on the honker. That is 1 bludgeoning damage.
Honk, honk, honk.
Let's see. Are these... I'm tracking everybody else's HP. Where the heck did I have... Okay, there it is. Alright. Then, let's see. Anybody else want to do anything? The female giant is coming out of the bakery with a large broom, kind of zeroing in on Goose Dickinson there.
I honk and then fly up to the roof.
I
All
try
right.
and duck in the bakery door while, like, she was preoccupied with Mother Goose.
The giant swings the broom kind of in a get away kind of motion, picks up the toy horse in one hand, and is turned to go back into the bakery.
I'd like to try and go into the pub.
All right.
They have
Jimmery,
snacks.
the door is closed. Do you want to explore potentially another way in?
Is there a back door or a entrance from the roof?
Sure, you can look around. Go ahead and
Flying.
make a perception check for me. I have you at, let's see, +1, please. All right, so as you go around the back, you notice that there is a kind of kitchen attached to the back of the pub, and the kitchen door is open with a number of delivery crates. There's an additional giant there who has not noticed you yet, and he's obviously doing some sort of food prep.
I'm busting in that door.
All
Get
right,
some
you are
snacks.
in the kitchen of the pub. Do you want to be stealthy or obvious?
Stealth Goose. Initiated.
Okay, he's holding the duck button. We were going to roll again here for a stealth. I have you at a +2, please. Nice! You are able to
Ducked
creep
my
all
way out
the
of
way
that
into
one.
the kitchen. You're on the floor. You don't see any objects within reach that are easily pickable or pick-upable or anything. You don't notice any food items or anything easily out on the counter. This is kind of mid-morning. They're not open. They're just kind of like getting ready for the day's business. So you see just the feet of the kitchen worker kind of moving back and forth, and there's a set of swinging doors that go into the bar room.
Let me pull up my sheet and see what I...
Pretty much you're a goose. You can do anything that geese can do.
gonna charge the swinging doors.
All right. They open relatively easily. The door. I'm going to roll a passive perception for the barman, who notices the door swinging, but of course is looking for somebody of person height, and he doesn't seem to notice you. You're now in the bar room under one of these shorter tables. The bar room is a wooden, attired establishment with a long bar against one wall, large plate glass window in front next to a outward swinging door. That door appears to be locked, and the rest of the bar room has a couple of high tables and a couple of smaller booths along the opposite wall of the bar. There are some weird magical screens that seem to be displaying some sort of giant sporting events up on them. There's some sort of scrying portal, if you will. And the barman is doing something to prepare for the day's work behind the bar.
I would like to position myself. Wait, so we're talking like dive bar setup, like sports bar dive kind of thing?
Yeah, it's wood. It looks like a bar.
So I would like to position myself at a point where my body is hidden from the bartender, but my head is clearly visible. So if he were to be distracted from his work, he would have that image of like that fear of a duck being followed, or you being followed by a duck. Just the head.
You already rolled a stealth check for me. We are going to do a intimidation. That's a +4 I have you at. Go ahead and roll a d20 +4 for me.
Give me a Yahtzee.
Okay, so you're able to kind of like stealthily move your way around the bar, and you get up right underneath of his ready rack, and you stick your head up into his ready rack so that it's liquor bottle, goose head, liquor bottle, liquor bottle, liquor bottle.
Perfect.
All right, let's get somebody else going on here. We'll come back to the bar in a moment. Again, you have a general store. You have the bakery. The what do you call it? The bakeress, the female baker, is going back inside the store. Does anybody want to try a athletics check to make it in behind her?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, can I do a check too?
Go ahead. Both of you go ahead and roll.
That +2?
Should be athletic dex. Yeah, +2. Oof. All right. Well, Sugar Bunny makes it in. That is Mother Goose. Unfortunately, Goose Wrld smacks her grape into the closing door and is taken for 2 bludgeoning damage. We've got Mother Goose inside of the bakery, which has now erupted in pandemonium, or goose-demonium, whatever. The male baker is now extremely frustrated and is whipping a towel around at Mother Goose. The boy is cowering in the corner crying, and the woman, distraught, has dropped the broom, but is waiting to pick it up. Let me pick up somebody else. Let's see who hasn't gone yet. Rex is not with us. We have Honk Williams, and we have Goose Willis. Nope. 762 fan is not here with us. Okay, never mind. Goose Willis, what have you been doing this whole time?
Waiting to run my turn to try to get into the bar with everybody else.
So you're trying to get into the bar? There's also the general store or the bakery. I'll remind you that your to-do list are to steal the boy's glasses, make the drunk throw up, get that bread, and ultimately enter the tower.
So none of which involves being in a bar fight. Can
Well,
I
you
get
gotta make
into
the
the
drunk throw
general
up.
store?
Sure, you can check out the general store. So it is a, it looks like a normal kind of five and dime sort of establishment. Let me see if it has anything in particular here. Nope, it's a general store. The door you can check. It appears to be unlocked.
Okay, yeah, I want to check it out.
All right, so you open the door to the general store easily. The bell dings, and the shopkeep, formerly not paying a whole lot of attention, looks up from his paper and cup of coffee, and notices the door open and close, but does not necessarily look below the level of the counter, so he doesn't see you enter.
Can I sneak around and see if anybody else is in the store?
Sure, you can go ahead and make a stealth check for me. See if you could do this quietly. That'll be a 1d20 plus 2. Ooh. So as you round the corner, the shopkeep is startled and drops his newspaper, and reaches down beside him to pick up the remainder of the newspaper, and he's rolling it into a bit of a tube. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah, I want to bite his pecker.
All right, you run up. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me. That should do it. I'm sorry. I need to see the armor class of my...
And you're tracking the hit points, right?
Yes. Page 166. I neglected to... Did I put it here? No, I don't think I did. I thought I had it written down, but it's possible that I didn't. So the bite does not hit, but you get, I believe, 2 attacks per round. Do you want to roll again for me?
Yep.
And I think you have to add... Wait a minute. Never mind. You get a +5 to your bite. I neglected to tell you to add that. So that does hit. Go ahead and roll me a 1d6 piercing damage. Oh, all right. So, general store. Let's see. Ta-da. He takes 5 damage. He is at... Okay. The man begins screaming and hollering, drops his newspaper. He is now bleeding from his groin and hopping around in pain. As you look around, you see there's a kind of cash register behind the counter, although it has a drawer. You can't see the money or anything directly. There's a clothing rack next to the door with some hats and shirts and other accoutrement there. There's a bin of umbrellas, and then there's some other items from the general store that you would expect, just odds and ends, kitchen appliances. It's kind of like again, it's sort of a 5 and dime. There's some novelty kids' toys and stuff from up top, so I don't know if you want to continue trying to attack the man or if you want to do something else. There's not a back door that you can see.
Can I look at the kids' novelty items?
Sure. You go over, there's some like Groucho Marx style glasses. There's a... Let me pull up my random item table. Where's my D10? Here we go. It has... That's a 64. Oh, no, I need a D50.
Oh boy.
Divide by 2. 32. Whatever. Close enough. So a 32. There are also some remedies and tonics scattered around the general store.
So, was there anything useful in there that we needed?
Mystery bottles. Or hats, or scarves, or umbrellas, a pair of kids' Groucho Marx glasses, and some miscellaneous plastic toys.
Bro, get me a hat.
Yeah, get those glasses.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are those the kids' glasses?
All right, go ahead. You go ahead and grab the Groucho Marx glasses. And what kind of a hat are you going to grab?
I don't know. What kind of hat do you want, buddy?
Or my options.
You gotta pick one, man. He's got every type of hat.
Stop it.
An orange top hat.
An orange top hat. I don't. Well, sure. Let's go with it. Sure. There's a bright orange top hat with googly eyes on it. That just so happens to be perfectly goose shaped. Are you Are you running out of the store here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so who gets the top hat?
Me. Jimmer.
That's Jimmer. Canad the Horrible. Orange top hat. And Goose Willis has Groucho glasses. All right. Mother Goose, you are still inside of the bakery. It is absolute pandemonium inside. The female is going to grab the broom that she dropped off the floor, and she's coming at you like she's ready to whack you in the gourd.
Okay, I am going to... The boy's still in there, right?
The boy is still in there, yes.
All right, I'm going for the boy, and I'm going for his shoelaces.
His shoelaces. All right, go ahead and make... That's going to be an attack check. Presumably you're pecking
Being
them
the
or
laces.
trying to bite them.
Yeah, biting the laces, right?
All right, bite the laces of the boy. That's a
Oh,
+5
balls.
on the roll. That's okay. You get a +5.
Ah! No, that's with the +5.
Oh my gosh, you rolled it too. Yeah. Okay, that's definitely not going to hit. The giant screams something that you might interpret a little bit as "Get away from my sweet precious boy," as she makes an attack roll. That
I
is
take disengage.
Well, you can't.
Bonus action.
You took an attack.
Oh.
Can you take disengage as a bonus action? Oh, nimble
Yeah, it's a bonus
escape can
action.
take disengage or hide as a bonus action. All right. Okay. Cool.
Hello?
So no attack of opportunity there, and that is a 12 plus. I'm sorry, I need to find my. Strength +5. Normal attacks +8 to hit. So a 12, 8, that is a 20. Your armor class is 15. They go ahead and hit you for... That is a 5 plus 5. Mother Goose is hit for 10 damage, bludgeoning from the
Yikes.
broom. So you are booped. The boy is absolutely apoplectic and runs to his father, screaming and
Get him, Mrs. Burrito.
she didn't make it inside of the store. She got
Oh,
bonked
well,
on the
she can
nose.
get him when he comes out.
So, Mother Goose, you're being attacked by a woman with a broom. You have one beak to carry stuff. Do you want to try to grab
I'm
something?
going to get that bread on the way out. Yep.
All right.
Grab that bread on the way out.
Go ahead and make a... it is a sleight of hand check at +2, please. Sleight of beak? Something like that. All right, that'll be the 10. It's okay. The croissant's not running around, so you grab a croissant and you run out towards the door. You make it outside. That will have 1 croissant worth of bread. The others outside, we have Goose Wrld. We have Goose Dickinson up top of the house. KK Goose, a.k.a. the big Caboose Goose, is not with us. He's kind of like, he's like, whatever. And then Honk Williams is not here. But those are the people that or those are the geese in the street. They all clamor around you, honking excitedly, asking you to share the croissant.
I throw him some, yeah.
All right. You have shared the croissant and gotten that bread. I am marking this off. You get that bread. As at the same time, Canad the Horrible with his orange top hat and Goose Willis with his Groucho glasses come up to the group, and that has unlocked 2 secret achievements. One is acquire a hat. That is the achievement dressed to quill. And then you have steal something from a shop, and that is the achievement just put it on my bill.
Nice.
That leaves... let me just double check. Oh, I'm sorry. Jimmer does not have his top hat yet. He is still impersonating a liquor bottle inside of the bar. As the bartender is going around, he absolutely fumbles and rolls a 5 on his perception. And is doing his prep work, checking the levels in all of his bottles. Grabs Canad the Horrible, Jimmer, by the neck and attempts to lift you up.
Honk!
The bartender is absolutely terrified and drops the bottle that he's holding in his other hand, shattering the glass and spreading tequila all over the floor.
Can I take a sip of that tequila?
Sure, you jump down, go ahead and there's no check needed. You can slurp it up. He's
outside.
Yeah, I just want to resolve the bar real quick because the bartender has now screamed. The kitchen worker runs in to see what the matter is. And you gotta mute yourself when you're not talking, man.
Serious?
I don't know. I might be being too loud. But right. The kitchen staff runs in to see what the matter is. The bartender is frantically looking around for something that he can grab to use as an improvised weapon against the goose. Do you want to just try to run out the front door, or are you going out the back?
I am evading out the back because the door is open.
Okay, done. So you're in the back. Out in the street, let's go back to... that was Goose Dickinson asking for what was going on in the street, right?
Yeah, I was just, is the drunk still sitting on the bench all by himself?
Yeah, he seems really just non-enthusiastic about anything.
Since I'm already on the roof, can I do a flyby and try to poop on him?
Sure, go ahead and roll an attack. You only have 1 piece of ammunition for your poop, but I'll let you make a ranged attack.
Is that +5?
It would be dexterity, so +2. No, you're definitely
right.
proficient in it. So you're what? You're level 5. That's a 3 proficiency. Yeah, that'll be +5. Let's roll with that. Oh, you shit right on his chest.
In the mouth.
It's not a crit, but it's close. He drops a stinky goose turd on him, and the drunk rolls a 2 for his Constitution saving throw, and the drunk is and is frantically trying to brush the poop off of him. He runs up to the door of the bar and is pounding on the window and pointing to his chest as if the bartender is going to do anything. The bartender goes over, unlocks the door, and opens it.
What? No, a real bartender would lock the door.
Well, it was already locked. Anyway, and he points, away from the bar. The drunk reaches into his pockets and turns them out to show that he's penniless. And the bartender crosses his arms and goes ahead and shakes his head back and forth in a no movement. The drunk kind of walks away a little bit dejected. The bartender throws a handful of napkins after him as the drunk tries to clean the poop off of him. The drunk obviously has no money and so is therefore not wanted in the bar. There are still 2 individual giants talking in the center of the street. This loud honking and pooping and the sight of a goose wearing Groucho glasses and an orange top hat has their attention. And at this moment, the door to the tower opens. And an individual with a large net begins kind of walking down the center of the street. And he's looking around. He sees Goose Willis, who has Groucho glasses and a top hat, and kind of starts walking towards him, like real slowly and gingerly, kind of holding the net out in front of him.
I try to intercede and cast fear.
So you run up and honk, honk, honk at him. That is a... I'm sorry, I've got to refresh my memory as to what the spell does because I'm a bad DM and didn't print it all out ahead of time. But it's, what do you call it, alphabetical order. A-E-I-O, feign death, fear, featherfall, fear. Here we go. You project bobbity bobbity blah. You project a phantasmal image of a creature's worst fears. In this case, it would be a goose. Each creature in a 30-foot cone must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding and become frightened for the duration. Ah, perfect. Boy, somebody's metagaming. All good. All right, we've got... Wisdom. Let's check out the modifier. Okay. We're going to roll... Let's see, what's a goose's spellcasting AC?
I don't know. It's not on our sheet.
Well, it's 8 plus proficiency plus your spellcasting modifier. Let's say it's charisma, right? It's an illusion spell, so it's either wisdom or charisma. We'll go with that. Plus 4, plus 6. We'll say it's a plus 6, so 14. 14, the roll is a 15, but the creature has a -1 wisdom here, and therefore tie goes to the player. He drops the net and backs up a couple of feet away from you with his hands held up in front of his face in terror. He kind of just backpedals towards the tower. That requires your concentration. You have to maintain your presence, kind of intimidating him, and you can do this for up to a minute.
Okay.
That brings up, let's see. Yeah, we've got everybody else out in the street now.
I pants him.
Here, all right, go ahead and make a bite attack on his trousers. Solid. So you rip a hole in his pants. for sure. He's now very afraid of geese. He backs up farther towards the tower. Whack, 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 whack. Poop on the drunk. He's not allowed in the bar because he's penniless. The solution, and I don't want to give everything away, but the one of the stealth is optional for this mission, although I think we're well beyond that. You could have pickpocketed the couple, got money, given it to the drunk, who would then go inside and, of course, spend it on alcohol, and then become intoxicated. But that's okay. You don't necessarily have to do that. The individual leaving the tower has now unlocked the tower door, so you can progress that way if you like.
Can I do a
I'm gonna roll
flyby
that way.
and poop on the drunk while we're at that?
Sure,
Sure. I'll do a
go
flyby.
ahead and you've only got one bowel's worth of poop, so use it wisely.
1d20 plus what?
I think we were saying 5. Yeah, you poop on the drunk again. Let's check his constitution. Yep, that's an 8. So he's absolutely had it with goose poop. He makes some dry heaves and pukes a little bit. We will check it off your to-do list. And he runs screaming towards the river to wash the poop off. He's out of the picture. He's gone. The couple in the center is really not particularly happy about how you're treating the poor man from the tower, but both of them are well beyond getting involved with a bunch of murderous geese. So they go off, presumably towards whatever municipal authorities are in existence in this small hamlet. The door to the tower is unlocked, as Mother Goose has indicated, and I need one of you still in the street. Let's see, Goose Willis, I'm going to say that's you. Go ahead and roll a perception check. That'll be at a +1. This is just a random environmental. Yep, so you see a shiny brass bell in the top window of the tower. As the wind blows, it begins to lightly hum with its resonant frequency. And as you look at it, you realize you don't think you've ever seen anything that you have ever wanted more than you want to get your beak on this bell.
Well, I'm going to go get my beak on that bell then.
All right, are you going in the front door?
Sure, why not?
Sure. If everybody else is good, we'll move on into the tower.
Sure.
Okay, I'm going to give you your to-do list for the tower. As you run inside past the individual, you notice that it's a simple kind of toggle latch inside that seals it. There's no twisty thing on the knob or anything. It's just a little hasp that can easily be knocked over. Does anybody want to lock the door behind them?
Yes.
All right, as soon as you all make it in. So here's your to-do list. That seems about right. Scroll down to tower. So, the tower is again made of stone and brick. It's got a wooden door. There was a welcome sign, welcome mat out front. And by the way, under the mat was a key, but don't worry about it. The lock is close to the top of the door. Okay. It's locked from inside now. Inside, you see a single lantern hanging from the ceiling on a short chain, which is the only interior illumination. There's a spiral staircase going around the outside of the tower and up. There are several boxes of both wood and paper. Some, wooden crates that are a little bit larger and more substantial, as well as some paper and cardboard. They're all stacked in the center, some of them on top of a round wooden table, which is flanked by 2 chairs. A cooking hearth stands in the corner, and it has the embers of an earlier fire still glowing, and a few pots and kettles on top of it. I had something
You said
more.
there's some leaves, right?
Did you say leaves?
Yeah. Like a leaf.
Where do you see that?
I don't see it. I just thought I heard you say something about it.
Oh, okay. Probably a mistake or a mishearing. I don't think that I mentioned it.
Can I go up the stairs?
Sure. You go up relatively easily. There's nobody in your way. As you reach the top, there's kind of a second floor of the tower, which has up the stairs to the first room. This room has a wooden floor, encompasses the entire circumference of the tower, minus the small section that's kind of open for the staircase. And it has a single trap door embedded into the ceiling opposite the staircase that you just came up. From that door dangles a small piece of rope with a wooden or plastic knob out of it. It's out of your reach while you're standing on the ground. It's a attic, pull access sort of thing.
Am I heavy enough to fly up and pull it down?
You can easily fly up and grab onto it, but as your beak closes around the rope, you do not have enough body weight of a single goose to open the trap door.
Do I see her doing this?
If you followed her up to the second floor, then sure.
No.
Oh, that's where I wrote it. The boxes on the floor on the help Wonk. The boxes on the first floor have the Shamaswan Prime logo on the side of them.
I want to rip into some boxes.
All right. Here we go. We're ripping into some boxes. I made a D20 table for items, but where did I put it?
I'm following to rip into some boxes.
All right. We are going to start. I think I put it on the back. Ah, right here. Okay. So, turn 1 is Goose Dickinson, who finds a Thanos one-piece swimsuit for men.
I immediately put it on.
All right. It doesn't fit you in goose form, but it looks very purple and fetching.
I wear it like a hat then.
Jimmer goes next. By the way, these are all items that you can find on the actual Amazon Prime, so feel free to search later. Canad the Horrible goes ahead and he finds a face slimmer exerciser. Is anybody else ripping into the boxes?
Goose Wild, Wrld will.
All right, here we go. That is 1 gallon of Tuscan milk.
I want to open a box.
Here we go. Aha! You find inside of your box the Philosopher's Stone. 1 authentic in kind of the gosh, what the fuck's it called? It's not really a shrink wrap, but the vacuum formed. You know those things that will cut the fuck out of you when you try and open them?
Yeah,
Those
the
things
plastic
suck.
packaging.
Those things. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck those things.
What's inside of it again?
It's labeled as one authentic philosopher's stone from obvious plant.
I feel like I should.
Utterly disappointed with my surprise package. I waddle upstairs to see what Mother Goose is doing.
All right, Mother Goose is hanging from a rope and honking.
I
Help, Wonk.
How far up?
Plonk.
Sure, I grab on and see if I can help it move.
With the two of you together, the trap door opens, thunk, and bottoms out. The stairs, however, don't extend, but you all being geese can also easily fly up into the attic space.
Does it stay open, or do we have to keep holding on to this knob?
As
rope?
you drop off, the trapdoor remains in the open position.
Is there any light in there?
So everybody's moving up to the top of the tower?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to mark off open at least 3 Shamaswan Prime packages, as well as the It's a Trap door. And that opens...
As we're going up the stairs, can I honk so loud that I shatter the lantern?
I mean, you can kick it, punch it, wing it, make an attack roll against the lantern.
Sure. Gross.
You teeter the lantern, but it just kind of flops back and forth.
Alright, I'll head upstairs to everybody else.
All right, so that brings you up to the top of the tower and the potential finale of this module. There is a wizard, and you know this because he has a purple wizard's robe and hat.
Akin to the Thanos bathing suit.
Oh, the exact same color of purple, for sure. He looks at you,
Dickinson's wearing it.
and he begins to scream and yell very excitedly. He's hopping up and down and looks at all of you, looks over at the bell sitting in the window. It's about, I don't know, kind of an 8-inch, like a good-sized, nice, really shiny brass bell. The rest of the, what do you call it? The rest of the room, generic tables, trunks, and alchemical supplies. One table, kind of on the opposite corner of you, has a couple of bottles with really long necks and wide bases. And they're each labeled Goose Juice. There's 2 of those types of bottles. There's a single window. And again, in the window, there's no glass or anything. But at the arch piece of the window is a small hook from which the bell hangs. Again, as soon as you see the bell, Goose Willis, you find yourself attracted to this thing that you want it. You carry the Philosopher's Stone still in its packaging in your beak, but you have this desire for the bell above all things. Additionally, the mage, right? Yep. Give it to me. All right. Yep, he's startled by your appearance. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so room, tables, 2 bottles of Goose Juice, various alchemical supplies. Looks kind of like, Walter White's high school classroom. And there's a bell in the window. So that should do the exposition that you need. I am going to give you your to-do list for this room. Send. There we go. If you can't read that, it's not a great picture. It reads all player characters survive. All player characters take a turn in a single round and defenestrate the bell. By the way, I neglected to mention there are a number of small wooden cages stacked in one corner of the room. But as the assistant did not capture any of you, those cages are empty.
All right, I'm going to cast Fear.
Okay. I think that we get wisdom saving throw. And the mage gets... Where's the stat block? I had it. Where the heck is the stat block? Oh. Where the hell is his stat block? I know, right? I'm going to have to look it up. Hold on. 347. I know, this totally kills the game.
It's fine.
I know it happens, but it was because I was unprepared. I had a bunch of kids. That's my excuse. 347. Wisdom. He's got a +1 on this roll.
Yeah, it's a crit, so I don't know if that matters.
No, you don't get a roll. He makes a saving throw. But he rolled an 18 +1, which beats your 14. So, unfortunately, he is not afraid of geese.
Darn it.
Does anybody else want to take a turn?
I want to fly to the desk where the goose juice is and smell it and look at it and see if I can figure out what it is.
Sure. So the one of the bottles is open with the level decreased more than the bottle that's full and capped and has been used before. As you put your beak over it and kind of sniff, you detect an aroma that reminds you almost of your time way back in the tavern when you were toasting your victory to your latest adventure.
Don't drink it. He used it on us before.
Can I pick up the full bottle and fly at him and try to throw it?
That's a very interesting question. You can go ahead and make a attack roll for me.
I don't know what kind of plus you want.
Yeah, we'll give a dexterity, and because it's an improvised thrown weapon.
+2?
Yeah.
You're not proficient with
Yeah,
improv?
we'll say you're not as a goose with a bottle that's almost as big as you. Yeah, that's gonna hit him, and the goose juice splashes all over him, and he yells, and as the goose juice fills his mouth, you begin to understand his speech. His transformation is beginning. He yells, "No, you fools! I was trying to perfect the secrets of alchemy. Don't you understand? I need this juice to turn you back."
Now you done did it.
Well, all I can do is honk. Because it's already been thrown.
So, let's see. Who else gets a turn? That would be I guess anybody else.
I yell at him. Do you know how to turn his back? Is there a bottle for?
Yes, but I needed my shipment from Shamaswan Prime. I needed the Philosopher's Stone to fix the formula.
Then I will give it to him since I have it.
As the Mage begins to turn into a geese. His hands start first at the extremities, and they begin to be feathery messes. He says, I can't open this damn packaging!
Yeah, they cut you up every time.
Can I bite it open
Go ahead and make a bite attack for me.
or try to?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and make a bite attack at +5.
What's the hit dex of a fucking Shamashon Prime package plastic?
Great question.
Not a 7. Tell you that.
Nope. Unfortunately, you leave some goose teeth. Do you know that geese have teeth on their tongues? It's horrible.
Nasty.
It's
nasty
really
looking.
it's scary as fuck. Anyway, so you leave some dimples in the packaging, but it doesn't give. As his hands begin to shrink in and turn further into wings, he yells, "The only way is to cancel the spell. I used the bell as a focus for those bottles. Break the bell. Break it."
Honk!
Who's next? Otherwise, I'll fly up.
Yeah,
and...
hold on. Goose Willis had a turn. Jimmer did not. Let's see. You had a turn. You had a turn. You had a turn.
I think it's me.
I think it is Jimmer. What do you want to do?
Honk at the bell furiously.
The bell sings its resonant frequency back to you, and it sounds like just slightly dissonant from your honk.
I meant to shatter it.
Go ahead and make an attack roll against the bell, please.
20 plus what?
5. D20 plus 5. Oh, snap! So, as you go up, you peck right in the center of the bell. Punk! It pushes it off its little hook, and it falls out of the window, down 40 feet of tower, and cracks, punk, on the pavement below. At that very instant that the bell cracks, you and the mage all turn back, woof, immediately into your human forms. You have defenestrated the bell, and I am also going to say all player characters survive, and you've all taken a turn in the final combat.
I'm gonna kick him in the balls.
You waddle up,
sucker
and
punch him.
yeah, he's on the floor. Go ahead and make an attack roll for me.
We need to survive.
We all survived.
Not if
So
you bite him in the
far.
dick.
That'll hit. So you kick him
That'll
in the balls. He goes, "Ah! Oh! Why? Why? Look, I can explain. Let me, look, I discovered the secret of alchemy. Do you know what that means? Do you understand? I can turn things into gold. Gold! Unlimited gold! All you can imagine. But there's, well, sort of a catch. So the way that it works is you can only turn bread into gold. And you have to do it through a magical goose. Well, I didn't have any magical geese. I had to make some.
For you.
I had to make them. But you need the philosopher's stone and the goose juice. I had it perfected. I swear I was gonna turn you back. I was gonna let you lay a couple.
I need him more goose juice.
So
I take the philosopher's stone package off of the floor, and are we wearing clothes? Do we have our weapons and everything back?
Everything is back. In your human forms, you're able to easily pull out your weapon. You can role play whatever weapon you have.
Okay, I get the philosopher's stone still in its package, whatever, and I put it in my
She's taking it.
She's taking it? You said you put it in your mouth? bag. Oh,
Bag,
she's taking
pocket,
it.
whatever it
He
fits in.
says, "Well, no. That's valuable. You need the stone, and then you put it into the juice, and then it works."
Feed him the juice.
Butt chug.
We're gonna capture this golden goose right here.
Is that what you guys want to do?
Yeah, force feed him the juice
With or
Somebody
without
can
the
look at
stone?
Notes.
with the stone.
Duh.
Is
He'll be the golden goose.
everybody in agreement with that? I think that's a good final
Sure.
ending. So that is
Yeah.
So what
Do it.
happens is you take the stone and you drop it into the elixir of goose juice, and it begins to froth and bubble, and it turns from a blue to a gold pulsing liquid to a pure white like a goose feather. And he says, no, you don't know how to turn me back. You don't know. As Boltface, as well, I can't really
That was
call
me.
you Goose Willis anymore, but who is now the actual Bruce Willis, let's just say, says, "Shut up, puny mage," grabs his cheeks and purses his lips as Sugar Bunny and Mrs. Burrito force feed the
I thought-
liquid down into his throat. He begins
I thought
to
this was going rectal.
he begins to pulse and shake as his hands again kind of pull in. Punk, punk, and the last thing to turn is his face. His weird, beady-eyed human face turns into a punk beak, and his purple wizard hat slumps to the ground as he looks at you and lets out a honk, and then punk out onto the floor behind him drops a solid gold egg. Tunk, 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 as it kind of tumbles around. He looks around, understanding kind of what has happened, looks at you, and he's going to make a attempt to fly away. Does anybody want to
I was
grab
gonna
him?
say I want to try to jump in front
Yeah,
of the
we're-
window.
All right, you
We're
jump
gonna
in front of the
grab-
window. Go ahead and make a grapple check for me. That'll be a D20 plus your strength. And I don't know, you're as strong as you think you are, right? Give it a +6. Who gives a shit?
Wow.
Nice, terrible.
That's opposed. Oh, he rolls a 7. So the goose rolls a 7. He almost gets away, but the quick thinking Goose Dickinson grabs the goose by its neck as it honks and thrashes around. He says, "Nah, mate, you're coming with us. You have discovered the secret to alchemy, which is the achievement Honk Stonks going up. And you are completed. You have returned yourselves to human form. The Mad Mage has been defeated, and you now possess, in your grubby little mitts, the secret to unlimited wealth, as long as you keep feeding it bread."
Nice.
Awesome.
Is everybody satisfied with the conclusion? That is, there are 3 possible endings, and because I doubt we'll run it again, I'll go ahead and fill you in on what the other ones are. You've got...
Anyone else still craving bread?
Right?
Yeah. I'm looking for like monkey bread, mozzarella bread.
So you've got the ending, turn the mage into a goose, which is called What's Good for the Gander. You also have the ending to kill the mage. It's a possible ending. And that is called Cause of Death, Murder Hobos. And then you can also let the mage live and escape, which gives you the ending Good Guy Goose.
What, for once we weren't murder hobos?
You didn't kill him. I'll read off the other possible package options for Shamaswan Prime, because why not? You could have gotten toilet paper, a valuable thing in these times.
Right, yeah.
You could have gotten a Wish.com auto-sear. You got
And
one
an ATF
gallon,
visit.
right? You got a
And a
1
dead
gallon
dog.
of Tuscan milk. You also could have gotten 1 pound of sugar-free gummy bears.
Oof.
You could have
Big
gotten
oof.
yeah, big oof. You could have gotten a Nick Cage throw pillow. You got the face slimmer. There was also an inflatable T-Rex costume, an umbrella hat, a Chia Obama
Intimidation.
head. Maybe don't look this up, but it's called Kaylen's Hand. Kaylen. Just
I know what that is.
throwing that out there. You could have gotten Keyboard Duster, which would have unlocked the potential ending Walking on Sunshine. Emergency underwear. Canned unicorn meat. You could have gotten a Dakimakura of Enju Ihora from Black Bullet. You could have gotten 1,500 live ladybugs. Goose pants. I don't remember what that is, actually. I wrote it down here. It just says Goose pants. You would have gotten a download code for Raid Shadow Legends. And the book, Go the Fuck to Sleep. So those were
Narrated by Sam Jackson?
of course. Of course. That's the
Of
audiobook
course.
version. Let's see, the secret achievements that you did not find. In the garden, you could have made the gardener burn himself, potentially on his coffee, which was the achievement, The Fires of Honk. You could have created a disguise from something. That achievement is called Stealth is Optional for this mission. You could have burned something down from inside of the tower, which unlocks the achievement, Is It Getting Honk in Here? You did not make tea. You did not successfully turn out the lights. You did not steal the boy's glasses. And you did not steal the gardener's keys. But other than that, that's a full completion of the Untitled one-shot. Thank you for playing. Tip your bartender.
That was awesome.
Good session. Thanks for it.
Appreciate it, guys.
That was fun, Ted.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I
cool.
tried to do something a little different.
Now, in the other chat, since it's kind of early still, do you want to, or the other game, do you want to level either of us up real quick?
Oh,
So we're
yeah,
not
we can do
bogged down
that.
next week?
For sure, yeah, that'll save us some time next week. Yeah, we're not going to do any story exposition or anything, but we'll get both of y'all to level 6.
That works
All
for
right.
me.
I gotta run. I got some work to do at 9, fellas. Y'all have a good one.
Sure, man. Take it easy.
Thanks a bunch, Ted. This was great.
Glad you enjoyed it. See you guys around. I'll stop the recording.